You mentioned the three models. You mentioned operational excellence. You mentioned customer intimacy, which is really about taking your domain expertise and modifying it every time for your customer innovation, which is, or product leadership innovation, like an Apple, where you're paying a premium because they're constantly pushing the envelope of technology.
Yeah.
And when we thought and said, okay, who are we? What's our competitive advantage? Which of the three we are? I kept getting back to operational efficiency, because if we can process sales, and we've talked about this in earlier parts, is the more efficient you can be, the more systematic you can be, you can really drive results. And you get back to that roller coaster. Well, how do you prevent the roller coaster? Well, you start to limit what you're supposed to do. You start to take things off your plate so you stay focused on what you're really good at. And our operationally efficient system allows us to do that. If we follow this process, and we repeat it again and again and again, our team knows what to do. No one throws them off. They don't make as many mistakes. I'm not going to say they never make mistakes, but you and I both know it. As soon as you start to freestyle, everybody makes mistakes. You're breaking a system. And if we stay true to the system, you're going to get better yield, because you're going to get more emails, better response, more calls, more voicemails. And that's really data, right? And if we look at that as data, and then you analyze that data, you can pivot, you can modify, you can move. And that's where there's like maybe that slight 1% consultancy where you're using kind of a creative brain, a business development brain to kind of modify and pivot. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that stability, we can't show up and iterate later.
When have you been most successful? I mean, when you look at this, it's when you're focused.
When you're focused, yeah.
When you're focused on that one task, or you're focused on that one ability. Well, if I can put a whole team together that's focused on this is the outcome, this is the result, that's power.
Yep, there you have it.